Mike, you guys just had 9 days between games, and you were down 12 at halftime. In both cases, this team could have easily packed it in. They didn't. What can you say about that second half and how that happened?
It's a great second half. I mean, I didn't play with very many people off the bench. I kind of rode the seniors. We've been in a lot of close games over the last month and a half, man, and I just hadn't been able to get them over the hump. And tonight they refused to lose. I thought the second half we did everything from a defensive standpoint that we'd worked on these days that we had to practice, and it was a nice carryover. You know, we couldn't make a shot the first half. I thought we got some decent looks, but we just couldn't make them. And they made shots, and I thought the second half our defense really picked it up, and we were able to get stops, and then we started to make shots.
Zach and then Daniel.
Mike, I guess sort of double barrel, but two questions with similar sort of, I guess, strain. One, what led you to want to maybe shuffle the lineup up a little bit? And two, just how do you sort of, I guess as a coach, evaluate a performance from the 4 guys that didn't come off the floor in the second half, Luke, Anthony, Trey, and Miles?
Well, I mean, in the long run, you know, we can't play those guys those many minutes, you know, the rest of the way. You know, I'm still going to need guys to contribute off the bench. So, you know, I'm not throwing in the towel on any of our players. I mean, I'm a big believer in guys. It's what you do when you get in the game and you make the most of it to put us in the best position possible to win. And no, it was seniors. You know, seniors, you know, that carried us tonight, and I refused to change up anything that much, you know, throughout the course of the second half. And Malo, you know, he'll be back in there, and Mac, he'll get an opportunity to possibly be back in there again as well. But I elected to go this way this evening.
Daniel and Niz.
Yeah, Mike, on that after the game time when everyone kind of just rallied around you, hugged you, what did that moment, that love, really mean to you?
It means a lot, you know. You know, this is my 4th year here. You know, Anthony and Gallo and Malik, you know, they've been around me the longest, and they know truly what I'm about. And, you know, these new guys have had a tough probably time figuring me out. But we still got a lot of basketball still left to try to figure each other out. You know, but it was special, you know what I mean? Anytime your players rally around you, because I do love them, and I'm sure they love me as well.
Mike and then Todd.
How important Anthony Leal's effort, this particular defense, kind of been a catalyst for you guys when you've had success kind of down the stretch after putting him in the starting lineup against Ohio State?
You know, he's been huge. I mean, you expect that, you know, Anthony's been around me a while, and he's gone through a lot with me. You know, we didn't play him a whole lot early because I just didn't play him, but he never quit working, and you know, that's a testament to him as in terms of how he approaches the game. And now he's getting an opportunity to play, and he's making the most of it. And you expect that from seniors. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less. So it's a good showing tonight based on how we played, you know, the second half. So I'm happy as hell.
Todd and then Mike.
Mike, Miles Rice defense on Braden Smith in the second half. Braden Smith had 5 turnovers, and even when he didn't turn it over, he was able to slow them down quite a bit. Can you illustrate how important Miles' defense was at the kind of the head of the snake?
I thought Miles' defense tonight was probably the best he's played since he's been here. You know, we had a few bodies, you know, guarding Smith. You can't just play that young man with one guy. He's really that good. And you know, Gallo had him some, Anthony had him some, but I thought Miles did a tremendous job in guarding because he's a tough guard. I mean, you know, when things break down, the ball gets back into his hand, and he's able to make plays with the basketball. So I thought we did a good job with him tonight.
Mike and then Zach.
Yeah, Coach, just kind of following up on that, Smith and Kaufman ran in the second half, combined for 2 points on 0 of 5 shooting, and looks like 8 turnovers just in the second half. Like, what was the key, and why were you so effective at taking those 2 guys who were obviously really good out of
Well,
the
they're their main 2 guys, along with Moore, and that's not taking anything away from the supporting cast. You know, when they beat us up in West Lafayette, it was those 3 that got us, and I just felt if we could cut 1, maybe 2, you know, we put ourselves in a better position to win the ball game, and we were fortunate enough to cut both of them, you know, and which a lot of teams don't do that.
Zach and Dylan?
Coach, what can you say about your trio of Indiana kids and Goody, Leal, and Galloway and their performance in that second half?
It was tremendous, you know, like I said earlier, you know, they're seniors, this is their last goal. They won't get another shot at Purdue unless it's in tournament play. And, you know, since we've been here, the series now is 4-4, so that's something to smile about because Painter is a hell of a coach, and he's had some nice players around his program that's helped him win a lot of games. And so this was a big win for our program.
Dylan and Andrew?
Yeah, Coach, right over here. Just to kind of follow up on that for you personally, it is your last time against Purdue as well. What does it mean to you, and how gratifying is it to go out on a game like this?
Well, it's always special when you beat Purdue. You know, we had battles when I played here for Coach Knight, and Purdue ended my career in college in the Sweet 16. So, you know, I mean, I've had a history and a lot of experience in dealing with Purdue over the years, and the games are always tough. You know, I mean, regardless of how much talent each team has, who has the most talent, those 2 particular games are always pretty tough. And I thought we battled the first half, and they were the better team the first half, but the second half was our half.
All right, we'll go Angela and then
Coach,
Michael
right
Jeff.
here. We all saw that you used Coach Knight's chair on the bench. Why was that a meaningful decision for you on the 40th anniversary of that infamous chair throw?
But you guys don't realize that is probably the chair. I've had it a while. I know a lot of people say they have the chair, but a guy by the name of Scott Greer, who was the track coach, let's take that back, not the track coach, the tennis coach here many years ago. He was the only one thinking out of the box that night when Knight threw that chair. And that morning he got up and he came to Assembly Hall and he got the chair and he got Sam Bell and Yeagley and Doc Councilman and Coach Knight to all sign off on it, took pictures with it. And a good friend of mine, his wife was Scott Greer's daughter, and he passed away about a year ago, and they're set in the little red chair with all the documentation. And I happened to get my hands on it, so that's why it was special to have it here tonight. I wasn't going to throw the chair, but I did want to sit it.
Last question, Jeff.
Yeah, Coach, just wanted to get your thoughts on Malik's game tonight. Scoring, rebounding, had the 4 assists. Just what led to him playing this well, this consistency, didn't even miss a shot in the field?
Well, we were able to keep him on the floor here and there. You know, you can get in a whole, you know, he had 4 fouls, I believe, coming down the stretch, but, you know, we were able to, you know, mix him in and then get him some rest and get him back in there. But Malik's he's been a solid player for us. You know, he reached 1,000-point plateau today, and that's pretty special, you know, when you play college basketball. So I can't help but think if he continues to work and stay healthy, you know, he'll continue to do some wonderful things in college basketball.
Thanks, Coach.